Let's start by explaining how devices get enrolled in an MDM. The first thing you need here is an MDM server represented on the left. And these are often cloud hosted, so let's go ahead and add that and a firewall of some sort here. Now, enrollment is always initiated by the client device, which reaches out and contacts the MDM server with an enrollment request. Once the MDM server is contacted and connects successfully, the MDM server responds with an enrollment profile that links the device to the MDM service. Once that's complete, the device is now managed and configuration can begin. Note that user-owned devices would initiate this with a login to an MDM portal, typically through the sign-in with school or work account process. MDM administrators can also manually install a profile to enroll an organization-owned device in MDM, but the best way to enroll a device is through automated enrollment. We're going to get into all of these various methods throughout this course. Now, once a device is managed, ongoing communication in a traditional MDM is done through Apple push notifications or APNs. If Apple push notifications sound like a familiar concept to you, it's the same thing that various apps do to push a notification to your device, only these happen behind the scenes and don't appear in Notification Center. The MDM server initiates a command by sending a push notification to a managed device, and then the device gets the notification and then acts on the command that's sent. For example, if a command is sent to restart the device is going to restart. And if the command is set to install an application, the device will download or pull the required application from the App Store, the MDM server, or a network storage solution, and process the install command once the application install files are successfully downloaded to the device. It then responds to the server, letting it know that the task is completed or failed, or so forth. You can kind of think of this as a repeating cycle of operations, where every time the MDM needs to contact the managed device, it sends an APN, the Apple device then does something, and then it responds back, letting it know a success or fail. Now, when you look at the profiles installed on a managed device, you're likely to see that a number of certificates and profiles are installed. One of those is going to be the Apple push notification certificate to trust those push notifications being sent from the server. The other is going to be an SSL certificate to establish a secure connection between the server and the managed client. Depending on the MDM solution you're deploying, there may be others on the device just to establish a baseline of required certificates, applications, and profiles for management. Now that you understand the basics of how a traditional MDM solution works, in the next lesson, we're going to dive into the next generation of Apple device management, declarative device management, or DDM.